Bruce Lee, a legendary martial artist, captured the world's attention with his remarkable skills. He amazed audiences in television shows like The Green Hornet and movies such as Enter the Dragon and Fist of Fury. Known for his incredible speed, precise punches, and blindfolded combat mastery, Bruce stunned the world when he used nunchucks to play table tennis, demonstrating unmatched agility and precision. Let's explore his extraordinary feats, which seem almost unbelievable without visual proof. Bruce Lee was born as Lee Junfan on November 27, 1940, in San Francisco, California, while his parents were on an opera tour. This granted him U.S. citizenship, a factor that would later influence his return to America. At just 4 months old, Bruce's family returned to Hong Kong, where they faced the challenges of World War II. Growing up in a culturally rich household, with a Cantonese opera singer father and a Eurasian mother, Bruce was destined for a life of contrast and influence. He made his first film appearance as an infant in Golden Gate Girl, and by age 9, he starred alongside his father in The Kid, marking his first lead role. Bruce's education began in Hong Kong, where he attended a local school before moving on to the Catholic La Salle College at age 12. His interest in martial arts sparked in 1953 when family friend William Chung introduced him to the legendary Ip Man, who initially hesitated to teach Bruce because of his mixed heritage. However, Bruce's dedication led to private lessons from Ip Man and other notable instructors. Despite academic struggles and transfers, Bruce's physical abilities shone through, especially in boxing. By 1958, he had won the Hong Kong School Boxing Tournament and the Crown Colony CHA Championship, proving his diverse talents. In the late 1950s, Bruce's life took a dramatic turn due to frequent street fights. One significant fight involved Bruce knocking out the tooth of a rival, which led to police involvement. Fearing for his future, Bruce's mother suggested he return to the United States at age 18 to claim his U.S. citizenship. In 1959, Bruce moved to San Francisco and then to Seattle, where he worked as a live-in waiter and completed high school. It was during this time that Bruce began teaching martial arts informally to friends, eventually developing his own style, Jun Fan Gung Fu. He later opened his first martial arts school, solidifying his commitment to teaching and perfecting his craft. Bruce enrolled at the University of Washington in 1961, studying drama, philosophy, and psychology while continuing to develop his martial arts skills. Although many believed his major was philosophy, records indicate it was drama. He left the university in 1964 and moved to Oakland to partner with James Yim Lee, an experienced martial artist. Together, they opened a second martial arts studio, and Bruce's philosophy began evolving into the groundbreaking martial arts system Jeet Kune, which emphasized adaptability and practicality. Bruce's Hollywood journey began with his role as Kato in The Green Hornet in 1966. His martial arts skills were so fast that camera operators had to ask him to slow down his movements. Although the show was cancelled after 1 season, it introduced martial arts to American audiences. Facing challenges in Hollywood, including discrimination, Bruce returned to Hong Kong, where he became a major film star with hits like The Big Boss and Fist of Fury. He formed his own production company and created The Way of the Dragon, which featured the iconic fight with Chuck Norris. Bruce began working on Game of Death, but paused to film Enter the Dragon, Hollywood's first major co-production with a Hong Kong studio. Tragically, Bruce passed away just days before the film's release in 1973. Enter the Dragon became a global success, earning over $400 million and cementing Bruce Lee's legacy as a martial arts legend. One of Bruce's most famous demonstrations was the 1-inch punch, a technique that showcased his ability to generate immense power from a short distance. At the 1964 Long Beach Karate Championships, Bruce demonstrated this punch by sending a volunteer flying backward with just a 1-inch movement. The same event featured his 6-inch punch, which displayed similar strength and control. Another notable feat was his 2-finger push-ups, an incredible display of strength and balance that left audiences in awe. In 1964, Bruce faced a pivotal challenge when he fought Wong Jack Man in Oakland. The fight stemmed from the Chinese martial arts community's disapproval of Bruce teaching non-Chinese students. Accounts of the fight differ, but Bruce reportedly won, fueling his motivation to refine his martial arts philosophy. Bruce's mastery extended beyond hand-to-hand combat. In a famous demonstration, he played table tennis with nunchucks, replacing the paddle with the traditional martial arts weapon. His precision and speed overwhelmed his opponents, turning the game into a showcase of his unparalleled skills. Whether it was his lightning-fast punches or innovative demonstrations, Bruce Lee redefined what it meant to be a martial artist, leaving an enduring legacy of inspiration and excellence. Bruce Lee's fighting style was a remarkable fusion of various techniques that he transformed into Jeet Kune, a system emphasizing adaptability, efficiency, and simplicity. His skills often left his opponents amazed and struggling to keep up. One of the most legendary examples of his prowess was his encounter with Victor Moore, a 10th-degree black belt in karate and a 4-time world karate champion. The event took place at the 1967 Long Beach International Karate Championships, a venue where Bruce Lee had mesmerized audiences before. During this exhibition, Lee challenged Moore to block one of his punches. The task appeared simple but was a true test of Moore's defensive skills against Lee's legendary speed. As the audience watched with anticipation, Lee delivered 2 punches in quick succession. Although the punches did not physically strike Moore, the speed and precision of Lee's movements were clear. Despite Moore's exceptional skill level, he could not visibly react in time, further solidifying Bruce Lee's reputation as a martial arts master. Another iconic moment in Bruce Lee's career was his blindfolded fight, which showcased his extraordinary awareness and control. In this martial arts exhibition, Lee sparred with an opponent while blindfolded. For most fighters, being blindfolded would be a severe disadvantage, but for Bruce, it was an opportunity to demonstrate the depth of his mastery. As the fight began, he engaged his opponent with quick exchanges of moves and counters. To an untrained observer, the fighters might have appeared evenly matched, but Bruce was merely waiting for the right moment to strike. In under a minute, Lee delivered a decisive blow that defeated his opponent. Refusing to give up, the sparring partner rose to challenge Bruce again. In the second round, Bruce ended the fight even more swiftly, this time in just 5 seconds. A third round followed, with a similar outcome. Lee's opponent, despite his best efforts, could not penetrate Bruce's defenses. Observers marveled at how Lee relied solely on his heightened senses and intrinsic knowledge of spatial awareness to control the fight. His movements were so precise and effective that his lack of sight seemed irrelevant, leaving a lasting impression on all who witnessed the event. Bruce Lee was also known for his incredible physical training, which pushed the boundaries of what seemed humanly possible. Among his many exercises, the dragon flag stood out as a demonstration of strength, control, and discipline. This advanced core workout involves lying on a bench while gripping a sturdy structure behind the head, lifting the body straight like a flagpole, and holding it parallel to the ground. The exercise requires extraordinary core strength and balance, as the body must remain rigid and supported only by the shoulders and upper back. For Bruce, the dragon flag was more than a physical exercise. It was a way to challenge limits and build the kind of strength essential for martial arts. This exercise helped him develop a powerful core, flexibility, and coordination, qualities that were critical to his fluid fighting style. By mastering such intense workouts, Bruce embodied his philosophy of constantly pushing past boundaries to achieve greatness. Bruce Lee's personal life was as fascinating as his professional achievements. While studying at the University of Washington, he met Linda Emery, who would later become his wife. During a time when interracial marriages were still frowned upon in many parts of the United States, Bruce and Linda married secretly in 1964. Their marriage produced 2 children, Brandon, born in 1965, and Shannon, born in 1969. Linda played a crucial role in preserving Bruce Lee's legacy after his untimely death. She actively promoted his martial art, Jeet Kune, and authored books about his life and philosophy. Her efforts inspired the 1993 film Dragon, the Bruce Lee story, which introduced his legacy to a new generation. Bruce was also a devoted father who shared his passion for martial arts with his son, Brandon. The two shared a close bond, and Brandon often visited movie sets with his father. Bruce personally trained Brandon in martial arts, a skill Brandon later brought into his own acting career. Brandon appeared in films such as Showdown in Little Tokyo and Rapid Fire, where he showcased both his martial arts and acting abilities. Tragically, Brandon's life was cut short at the age of 28 due to an accidental shooting on the set of The Crow. Shannon Lee also followed in her father's footsteps, delving into acting and martial arts. Under the guidance of Richard Bastillo, one of Bruce's students, she trained in Jeet Kune. Beyond her personal achievements, Shannon dedicated herself to preserving her father's teachings. She oversees the Bruce Lee Foundation, ensuring his philosophy and legacy continue to inspire future generations. Bruce Lee was not only a martial artist and actor but also a passionate poet. His handwritten poems were later compiled and published by John Little, offering a glimpse into his emotional depth and philosophical beliefs. His wife, Linda, noted that Bruce's poetry often explored intense themes, reflecting the complexity of human nature. Some compared his work to the poetry of Robert Frost, with its focus on paradox and deep reflection. Bruce Lee passed away unexpectedly on July 20, 1973, at the age of 32. His death shocked the world and left a significant void in both the martial arts and film industries. On the day of his death, Bruce had been working on plans for future films, including a meeting with actor George Lazenby. Later, he reviewed a script for Game of Death with producer Raymond Chow at his home. In the evening, Bruce visited the apartment of actress Betty Ting Pei, where he decided to rest. When he failed to show up for dinner, Chow returned to the apartment and found Bruce unresponsive. He was taken to Queen Elizabeth Hospital, where he was declared dead. The official cause of Bruce Lee's death was cerebral edema, or swelling of the brain, which doctors believed was caused by a reaction to a painkiller he had taken. However, alternative theories about his death have persisted. Some have speculated about involvement from criminal organizations, while others suggested a family curse. Recent investigations have provided new insights into his death. In 2018, author Matthew Polly suggested that Lee's removal of sweat glands may have contributed to his inability to regulate body heat, leading to heat stroke. In 2022, the Clinical Kidney Journal proposed that Lee's death might have been caused by hyponatremia, a condition involving low sodium levels, which could have been worsened by excessive water intake and the use of diuretics. Despite his early death, Bruce Lee's influence continues to resonate worldwide. He revolutionized martial arts with Jeet Kune, challenging traditional systems and paving the way for modern mixed martial arts, MMA. UFC founder Dana White called Bruce Lee the father of MMA, and many fighters, including Sugar Ray Leonard and Conor McGregor, have drawn inspiration from his techniques and philosophy. Bruce Lee's impact extended beyond martial arts into global cinema. His films, such as Enter the Dragon, redefined action choreography and inspired directors like John Woo and Quentin Tarantino. His work also broke racial stereotypes in Hollywood, presenting Asian characters as strong, charismatic, and multifaceted. Bruce Lee's legacy has influenced other forms of art and media. Marvel Comics credited him as inspiration for characters like Shonkai, while early breakdancers incorporated his movements into their routines. His influence can also be seen in Japanese anime, such as Dragon Ball and Fist of the North Star, which drew inspiration from his style and philosophy. Around the world, statues of Bruce Lee stand as symbols of his enduring legacy. These memorials, from Hong Kong to Bosnia, celebrate his role as a unifying cultural figure. Plans to convert his Hong Kong home into a museum further highlight the lasting impact of his life and achievements. Bruce Lee remains an unparalleled figure in martial arts, film, and philosophy, inspiring generations with his innovation, determination, and timeless teachings.